This is Ana Maria Archilla, the woman who confronted Jeff Flake yesterday before the Kavanaugh vote. Some people speculate that this confrontation was what encouraged Flake not to vote to confirm, but I'm not convinced that this is the case. I think Flake had made up his mind before then. In either case, you might be wondering, where is security? Why is it that this random woman conveniently has a camera crew with her from CNN, and there seems to be no one trying to pull her back despite the clear high-tension climate that we are currently living in? Who might be this woman's benefactor? Well, Ana Maria Archilla is the co-executive director for the Center of Popular Democracy and the Center for Popular Democracy Action Fund. The Center for Popular Democracy is funded by the Weiss Foundation, the Ford Foundation, and Open Society Foundations. George Soros funded them with just under $3 million since 2014. George Soros is literally behind her. I know it's an inside joke among many that he's behind everything, even messing up your order at a fast food place. The reason that it's an inside joke is because the guy is almost always behind something malicious when news comes out about it. However, award-winning participation humor frauds like Colbert would try and gaslight you.
In conclusion, I'll be a non-biased and impartial judge, just an umpire calling balls and strikes secretly being thrown by George Soros and Hillary Clinton.
This is what they think is funny to us. If you haven't seen the clip of Archilla, here is a short clip to give you some more context.
That's what you're telling all of these women. That's what you're telling me right now. Look at me when I'm talking to you. You're telling me that my assault doesn't matter.
Repairing the harm that has been done in this country to many people. No, thank you. What do you think?
Senator, do you care to respond?
Ma'am, do you want to talk to the staff?
No, I want to talk to him. Don't talk to me. What do you think? I understand, but tell me, I'm standing right here in front of you. What do you have? Do you think that he's telling the truth? No.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. She's just preventing a person from getting to work. Nothing wrong with that. Cornered him in an elevator. And then with the full force of the press behind her, encouraging her, condemning Flake, which he rightfully deserves, by the way, but in a different way. They continue to berate him, demanding a comment, even after he tries to say, "Thank you, I'm done, I need to get to work." She continues to berate him. Now, I'm willing to bet, I haven't checked, but I'm willing to bet that she's still got a Twitter account, that she still has a presence in the media, that she's not unpersoned from the internet. And it's perfectly fine to have somebody that's on their side act in any way they want. No joke, if that was me, I would have had politely told her that I'm leaving, and if she persisted, security would have shown her the door. Maybe both doors. I hear that's a thing now, apparently. Now that Flake had decided to appease the mob, somebody somewhere dug up some dirt on his teenage son, who might just be our guy. This is why you don't try to pander to anyone. When you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one, as the saying goes. Now that Jeff Flake has given the media an extra week to run this guy's name and reputation through the mud, you have to wonder where this is going to end up, especially when it starts off with hot takes like this. From USA Today, from USA Today Sports, the US Senate may yet confirm Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court, but he should stay off basketball courts for now when kids are around. By Eric Brady. So already, they've devolved into calling this guy a pedo. That's where we're at. That's where we're starting. So, this is going to be a fun week. It's going to be outrageous. And it's funny that just the fact that he enjoys coaching his daughter's basketball team, that's where his interest is, because it's his daughter's team. But because Kavanaugh enjoys coaching his daughter's basketball team, this somehow makes him a pedo, at least according to Eric Brady and USA Today. You have to think about something for a second. Remember when a little thing called Pizzagate went around? All of these media outlets, every last one of them, they felt comfortable talking about the fact that John Podesta's email account was hacked. Well, it wasn't even hacked. The password was password with a 0. It wasn't exactly hacked. Somebody just got his information because they guessed it. So it's not necessarily a hack. But when his email account was compromised, that's all they talked about. They talked about it was the Russians and all of this, but they never once talked about the content of his emails. They never once brought up his emails and how strange it was that he was chilling in a hot tub. Or rather, to be more precise, he was setting up somebody else to hang out in a hot tub with a bunch of preteen girls. I mean, that's a little weird, right? Why would somebody set that up? And that's in there. That's in the emails. You can go check for yourself. But there were other things as well that people speculated upon and maybe made some outrageous claims. But the truth of the matter is that in those emails, there was use of words that if you go into the FBI handbook and you translate those words using the pedophile code, the content made sense. So it made complete sense to me that people would buy into this. It wasn't that crazy. In fact, I still think it's plausible. It was never debunked, despite the fact that John Podesta has gone on tour across the nation to tell everybody, well, Pizzagate has been debunked. No, it hasn't. You guys made outrageous claims about it, then debunked that claim, and then said the rest of it must be false. There is more to it than meets the eye, and it's not a shocker to me, but I do find it appalling that USA Today would make a claim like this one when they remained entirely silent during the Pizzagate debacle. They have no interest in saving anybody or interest in pursuing the truth. They have an agenda, just like the rest of the mainstream media. Well, to be fair, the rest of the media entirely, the new media, is no better. They're just a little bit more sincere about how they present things. Now, to bring this all back to Ana Maria Archilla, here is a flyer for an event earlier this year, back in February, on Valentine's Day no less, so she clearly has a busy romantic life. This event was called Future Over Fear, Redefining Sanctuary, Overview of Key Findings, #LoveYourNeighbor, the Opportunity Agenda. So this is the type of thing that she gets into. This is the type of work she's involved in. So it's no surprise that she had a CNN crew just queued up and security was nowhere to be seen. All of that is no coincidence. And finally, a picture with George Soros with Ramaphosa, completely unrelated. I'm certainly not making any statement here. This is just a picture with George Soros and Ramaphosa. And with that, I'll go ahead and end the video with a little video I made in memory of Brett Kavanaugh's apparent adoration of a certain beverage.
I drank beer with my friends. Sometimes I had too many beers. I liked beer. I still like beer. Had beers, have some beers. One beer, drink beer, drinks beer, drank beer, and drinking beer.
The biggest contributor.
You know, I got a weak stomach, whether it's with beer.
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Hanging out and having some beers with friends, which I gladly do, and which I fully embrace. Senator, what do you like?
Judge, have you, I don't know if it's buffed or boofed. How do you pronounce that?
That refers to flatulence. We were 16.
Okay.
Yes, we drank beer. My friends and I, the boys and girls. Yes, we drank beer. I liked beer. Still like beer. We drank beer. Yeah, we drank beer. And I said sometimes.
In high school, after drinking, did you ever wake up in a different location than you remembered passing out or going to sleep?
No. Probably had too many beers, and sometimes other people had too many beers. We drank beer. We liked beer.
What do you consider to be too many beers?
I don't know. we want to talk about flatulence at age 16 on a yearbook page, I'm game. We drank beer, and I drank beer with my friends. Sometimes I had too many beers. I liked beer. I still like beer. Had beers, have some beers. One beer, drink beer, drinks beer, drank beer, and drinking beer.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have.
I have no drinking problem, Judge.
Yeah, nor do I.
Okay, thank you.